So let's take another hypothetical, and let's say one writer has a script about a girl that's in high school and she wants to make sure that she's the one that's voted for prom queen, and she's kind of has a rival that's similar level as she. And then there's another script where it's about a foreign exchange student who's a little out there, and maybe she's an introverted writer, and it's not as, she's maybe not on that same sort of high school level. Which one would you suggest that someone? I mean, it seems like the answer is obvious, but why the high school prom queen? I think I mean, I'm not attacking you, but I'm just curious. Why do people want to see these very sort of cookie cutter films when there's a more of a flavorful range out there?
In general, it's because if you're going to a grocery store and you're purchasing a product, you know what you're getting in the end. And that's kind of the idea. When you're watching a movie, when you're going to transact on a movie, whether you're buying a ticket, getting a copy on Amazon or some other transactional VOD service, you're looking for an emotional experience. And you want one that's best going to cater to the one you're looking to feel. Now, actually, I would offer a third option in this, which would be instead of the high school, I would take the high school script over the foreign exchange one. Hands down. But I would take it and we would probably rebrand that and make it junior high and make it more focused on a tween girl audience, knowing that 9 to 12-year-old girls are the most likely audience to be renting movies and buying movies on something like iTunes, Amazon, or other platforms. And I would see bigger numbers doing that. And I'd make a really nice pink poster. See, this is how we're talking. It's you come in with an idea and then we target an audience we know we need to hit. And then we create a concept around that, and I can already see the key art in my head, and I would go talk to my teams about doing that. I know how much money we can make internationally with a movie like that, and we would go then have either take that writer and have them rewrite it, or we go hire a writer we've had experience with to write the movie we now just created in 2 minutes.
And keeping this film, who's the protagonist? Like, what's her makeup, and who's the evil character, and who's the guy they're fighting?
In a tween girl movie, the protagonist is a young girl who is not the most popular girl in school. She needs to be, fun, average, but has all the potential to be great, but she just doesn't see it in herself yet. And there's always that cool girl who has all the cool friends and who makes fun of her, and things are always happening that are, it's never going her way. She always makes a fool of herself in front of the boys she likes, etc. And then she has some kind of secret characteristic, a magical ability. Maybe somebody comes to her and she's suddenly granted a day where she can make dreams come true. Maybe some element like that it's a special skill that only she has. She tries to use it to become like the girl she thinks she wants to become, which is the antagonist. And ultimately realizes that she doesn't want to become like that person. She's far better than her and can become something completely different. And at the end, of course, she just realizes it's herself. She's just evolving, blah, 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 blah. But that's the story that just means a lot to them.
And who's the guy that they're both rivals for?
The guy is usually, it differs. There can be the really cute boy that all the girls like and that our protagonist just somehow has a chance encounter to meet with and has some kind of random reason to be in communication with him. They're neighbors. He's trying to use her for something and then realize he has feelings for her through the process, or he's just kind of the arrogant guy that all the girls like, and there's actually kind of the goofy friend guy who does live next door, whom everyone overlooks, and then our protagonist realizes that this guy's actually fantastic. And he's like the hero at the end. And they get to go off and make everyone else jealous.
I'd rent this movie.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
You'd rent it?
I would rent it.
A lot of young girls would rent it, and they would watch it over and over and over again. And we have a lot of movies like that here, and it's amazing to me how many middle-aged women come in, middle-aged men too, and they go, my daughter just loves this. Can I get a free screener copy just so I can stop paying for it on Redbox or something else?
So it's through identification that's what's getting them, and to live out that fantasy. And
yeah.
So most people are going to be that girl in junior high or that guy friend that was maybe overlooked, and so they identify.
Yeah, they identify.
And that's where we're getting that.
And here's what's interesting about it. The younger girls want to see the junior high girl because she's a little bit older than what she is, or she's very close in age. Girls at that age are very obviously self-conscious. They want to know what their what other girls are doing, if
Absolutely.
they're behind, so that they can get ahead. Boys at that age are also very curious, and boys at that age secretly really like those movies too. They like the really feel-good movies. They understand these experiences, and they get just as emotionally drawn into them as well. Boys at that age will not identify with a male version of that. Boys at that age would rather go see an action film or something like that if they want the male skew. So they're not going to go after like a male version of that. Younger boys will, like ages 6 to 11, but like a tween-aged boy doesn't want to see tween-age boys. He'll watch a tween-age girl film and lie to his friends that he did, or he wants to go see a rated R action film. And that's actually where the other big genre is, the aging male comeback film.